Coronavirus, Irish Prime Minister returns to practicing medicine to help during crisis. This is the 21st century equivalent of a king getting on a horse to lead the charge into battle. Good man. Edit, thank you for the award, kind stranger. Basically he's renewed his medical license, which he allowed to lapse when he went into politics a few years back, and is doing phone assessments for people who have some of the symptoms of COVID-19 one day a week. Edit, I'm not being sarcastic, I was just summarizing cause the source has premium content. The guy is a legend. He's doing an absolutely phenomenal job. A leader who leads by example. The whole country should be filled with pride. Reminds me of the time, pretty sure I've got this right, it was years ago, that Irish presenter Patrick Keelty, who was hosting a British chat show at the time, phoned the public number of the Dáilsiach PM's office for a bit, and the Dáilsiach himself answered, much to Patrick's surprise. People shit on Leo for being out of touch with the common people. I've met the guy and he has a weird handshake. But his handling of the coronavirus crisis is second to none. For instance, schools, colleges, and child care facilities were shut down in early March. Pubs, nightclubs, and anything else like it was shut down the weekend before Paddy's Day. Social distancing readily publicized around the same time. Anyone that loses their job due to COVID-19 will receive an increased social welfare for 6 weeks. Companies are encouraged to keep people on, with the government not only paying money to fill in any hours that are missing, but also reimbursing any businesses for this too. A lockdown was called in late March. And so many more extremely positive steps. It's why we aren't seeing the kind of numbers in the UK or the US, both of whose governments and leaders reacted extremely late to the crisis. Yes, our country will likely be in a recession for years to come, one worse than the global crash in the early 00s, but our people will continue to prosper. As regards Irish politicians, I only know anything about the Dáilsiach and the president, but they both seem awesome. Here's a clip of the president, Michael Higgins, debating Michael Graham of the USA, in case anyone is interested. https://youtube.b/ezfr0nukgeo. Edit, just to clarify, I'm in the UK and have little exposure to Irish politics, so my opinion is probably shaped somewhat on showy PR constant for the international market. Irishman here. Green voter, not a fan of Leo or party before this. Since this. Fucking legend. Thanks Leo. Now this is how a leader acts during crisis. Thank feck Ireland doesn't have a Trump, Boris, or Bolsonaro in charge at the minute. How many will die because of their incompetence? Varadkar might have his critics on other issues, including me, but he's been outstanding during this crisis so far. Kudos where it's due. Fair play to him. So far I've been quite proud of how our government and our people have handled this crisis. Currently the world's best Dáilsiach. A good leader leads the people from above them. A great leader leads the people from within them. Thought I'd see some comments of praise. But I should have remembered every post about other countries' government always ends up with Trump being the main topic in the comments. How do you pronounce Dáilsiach? Leading from the front. Admirable. Oh look, a real leader. Haven't seen one of those in my country for a few years. Edit, there's some angry Trump-lethinskins in here. Imagine having a leader smart enough to qualify to be a physician. Trump can't even spell physician. Immeasurable respect from this American. Stay safe and stay healthy, Mr. Varadkar. I am Irish and no Fine Gael supporter, but Leo Varadkar has done an amazing job through the crisis. Meanwhile Ira steals medical supplies so he can sell them for personal profit. I think I want to move to Ireland. I'm not particularly fond of him or his party, but my God is he doing an excellent job. I think he's more suited to deal with crises. He also impressed WRT Brexit negotiations, but in terms of data struggles, e.g. housing, he isn't the best. Intelligent, well-educated, hard-working, selfless, knowledgeable, properly dressed, fit, happens to be gay. This guy the opposite of Trump or Bojo in every way. Edit, apparently he is not a shining Superman after all, sorry for the misattribution. It may not be the modern thing to do, but leading from the front is probably ballsy enough to keep others on the front line when they realize he's right there next to them. In that sense, he may be doing more to save the lives of his citizens than people think. Gotta love Ireland for leaf clover. Pokes Trump with a stick . Come on. Do something. This what I'm talking about, selflessness and leadership. One telling omission I've noticed during this quarantine is that Donald Trump, who professes to be a multi-billionaire, and his family, who are all mostly millionaires, have not pledged $1 of charitable giving, and because Trump is such a snake, pledging would not be good enough, a transfer of money needs to happen. Why isn't the president setting good example if he's able? Very proud of our leadership during this mess. This is the latest example of Leo doing what those in charge should be doing. Wow, nice. Maybe the US president should return to his former career of being a fucking piece of dog shit who wasn't president. In related news, United States president returns to money laundering. I'm sorry, what the hell did the Irish do to have such an awesome prime minister, and how can we do the same? The UK PM has also gone into hospital too, won't be outdone. What a fucking gent. While Trump throws paper towels. Irish PM has medical education. US president was on a reality show. Amazing. He could have disbanded his pandemics team, mocking the media as fake news, calling the pandemics a hoax created by his opposition opponent, only interested in talking about his TV rating, instructing his team to conduct modern piracy and steal medical supplies from other nations. But no, this man chose to go back to the front line to help. Much respect. His medical background and family history is almost certainly the reason that he responded as aggressively as he did in his initial declaration to Ireland on St. Patrick's Day, even though he was in the United States. His own family WhatsApp chat was probably like, Leo, you're going to need to shut the country down. He took it so seriously and made a very base speech about it way ahead of the US even acknowledging it. The fact that he was in the US at the time and they took no notice is also fucking insane given how much lead time they would have had. Anyway, I didn't vote for him, but I'm proud of him. Did anyone hear the speech he gave about the virus? This man was so compassionate and well spoken. If only the USA has such a charismatic president. *Sigh. Dude is a true leader, legend. Can I freaking move to Ireland? Proud to call him our Dowsiak Red Heart. He's gay, he's a doctor, and he returns to practice when the country needs him. When the hell did Ireland get so cool? This reminds me of how my current president is a stupid, spoiled, unknowledgeable, selfish, useless, cowardly, fat, ugly dumbass. We call him our Dowsiak in Ireland. He's quite the legend round here at the moment, stepping up hugely when our country most needs it. Kinda OT, but how do you pronounce his name? Dowsiak Leo Varadkar. Excellent to hear. What a real leader looks like. How uplifting and inspirational is this? Outstanding. Luckily our US president says he knows more about medical stuff than the doctors and more about the military than all the generals, so we have that going for us. /s. I'll bet Rand Paul will do this as soon as he recovers. /s. If he's truly a good leader, he has put systems and processes in place that will allow him to do this, so good job PM. The English translation of Dowsiak is chieftain. Way more badass than PM. Whoa, a world leader actually doing something helpful. America could never. Imagine living in a country where your leaders are actually useful. This post brought to you by America Gang.